Hello, my High Priestess Key family, and welcome to those that are new to my channel. Okay, I am High Priestess Key 333. Okay, here in the place to be for the one to the two and the three, right? For the knowledge, the wisdom, and your understanding. All right, so this is my segment confirmation. Okay, I am equipped to handle life ups and downs with grace. That was the affirmation that just popped up on my phone. So confirmation again. Let's see what this moon phase energy is like for us right now. Over here, I'm always doing moon phase readings. Okay, so and using my ancestor cards. These are not tarot cards. These are my ancestor cards. A lot of times you won't really see me show these cards a lot, right? But I do use them for this channel, okay? Majority of the time, it's not tarot. Sometimes I may move to tarot as as I soon try to build this channel out, and oracle. But majority of the times, you will see me use my deck that is all about the planetary alignment, okay? And spiritual numerology, spiritual astrology, okay? Um, so let's get to the messages based off of this crescent waxing. We just had a new moon, so it is the crescent waxing right now. I always have to show y'all because this is a channel that is resonates with true sidereal readings in astrology, as well as the Vedic astrology, because true sidereal and Vedic are hand in hand, just a little tad bit, a little way. But so I resonate with both of those. All right. And I like to show you guys and present to you guys what I always referring to in reference of um the true sidereal, right? Because the true sidereal will definitely show up in anything that um is in the sky. Okay, what truly you can lay your eyes on. If you have a telescope, you can look at it in the sky. I do show you with this website called the Sky View until I can get my other software together, family. I have to show you what's on the Sky View. Now, anybody can go to the skyviewlive.com and go to planets. This is, you can see it anywhere in America. All you got to do is go to Sky Live. Okay, so that's telling you what's live in the sky right now. True sidereal energy. Okay, and I'll refresh. Okay, so you can see. And today is the 31st. Okay, of May, and it's still the sun showing. And they even give you where approximately the sun is. If you click on it, you can see it in the sky. It gives you the coordinates and everything, what it's near. It looks like the sun is near Jupiter today. So you can see it, right? It supports, it gives you the whole information of where it truly is. And it's saying the sun is in the constellation of Taurus, okay? It gives you all the latitude, longitude, whatever you want to kind of prove it to you, okay? So that's why when we tell you guys that what's truly in the sky when you took your first breath, it will be what this reflects, okay? So some people will resonate with the Western. That's okay because that's what they have told us in reference of the tropical, but the degrees is completely different from the true sidereal and the Vedic, okay, which is Eastern, goes with the Eastern astrology, okay. But as you can see, we're still in the constellation of Taurus. The moon is in Cancer right now. Okay, so the moon is currently in Cancer. Okay, you see the crescent. This is the crescent waxing. Okay, the Mercury is in Taurus still. Okay. Venus is in Pisces. Okay. Mars is now in Leo. All right. Jupiter is still in Taurus, as you can see. Saturn is still in Pisces. It is not in Aries. Although they have told you that it is in Aries already, it's not. It's in Pisces in the sky. We'll click here so you guys can kind of see. Now, here is how it looks in the sky at this time, family. As you see, it's near Neptune, right? But it also will reflect and show you the degrees and everything of where Saturn is, okay? It'll even show you this way. And you see it, Saturn, you can see Dion and Solidos, you can see Titan, you can see Tedious, and you can see Rhea. These are near the rings of Saturn, all right? Some of those are reflecting of Saturn's moon. All right. So this is what it's telling you in reference of the constellation of Pisces that is near. Okay, and it gives you the degree, all that type of stuff. And all you have to do is come out here and do your own research, and you will see Uranus is still in Taurus, Neptune is in Pisces. All right, still. Okay, so Sky Live. All right, Sky Live. All right, okay. So I definitely like to make sure I show you what's truly in the sky. All right, because this is the message around the moon phase. And right now we're in Cancer. So the moon crescent waxing is in Cancer. Cancer is all about emotions. Okay, hence why I was having a very emotional morning. Okay, and it also goes with the energy of today's date as well, which comes back to moon energy also. Okay, so let's get to this crescent waxing. I don't want to talk you guys' head off, but I have to give that information, right? Which goes with what I'm want to get across to the collective here. Okay, and hopefully some of you guys may resonate more with the Western. That's okay, but I just have to be truthful in the message. All right. All right, so let's see what the messages is for the collective around this crescent waxing moon phase. The crescent waxing moon phase, ancestors, what is it bringing for the collective at this time? What is the messages we need to know about this crescent waxing energy? Crescent waxing energy, ancestors. Speak to our minds, our bodies, and our souls, our spirits. Thank you. Yes, okay. Ancestors is showing a lot of spiritual energy here. Okay, right now, what's in the collective is people are inspired to do a lot of things right now. Okay, and that's that Taurus energy. Look what we got. Ancestors said, this is what we're sitting in right now. Okay, confirmation, clarification by the ancestors. Okay, Taurus. All right, so we have not moved out of that energy, and that is also energy of being inspired. Okay, you're inspired to make moves slide like grease right now. Okay, for your future, you may be planning things out. You may be vibrating high to move things and change things in your life in some shape, form, or fashion. You may be going on vacation. You may be taking trips. It's all about earthly things right now. Your money, your cars, your houses, your clothes, whatever it may be in reference of, earthly possessions is what ancestors is showing me, right? This also goes back to energy work, right? So a lot of people are doing, and I'm seeing that because I got two of my spiritual cards. Ancestors said those that are God body, those that are spiritual beings that are gifted at this time are definitely putting in the work and are being rewarded at this time. Okay. So if you're doing spiritual work, if you're healing, if you functioning and connecting with your ancestors in any shape, form, or fashion, right now you're going to see a change in things. But not only that, you're going to still feel the pressure of some things as well, because I have Mars energy that is here. Okay, Mars energy, what we're in Mars right now is in Leo. Okay, so that is already fiery energy. Okay, so the ancestors is saying, there's things that are changing that you should be confident about, that you should have courage about. Now is the time in that Leo energy for you to, and it may be the lion's den for you right now. The lion's gate energy goes with that Leo's energy. So things may be pressured. You may feel more pressure, but the ancestors is saying you have a way to conquer with all your battles. You are a spiritual being. At this point right now, the ancestors say you should be inspired to do things that are going to serve your highest good, because putting out that powerful energy of good, you will get it back. Right now it's all about you tapping in for those spiritual beings. If you're listening to my voice, I feel that I'm attracting that, because that is what I am putting out as well. So the ancestors is definitely letting us know that those that have those spiritual gifts, you need to be utilizing them at this time. This morning we had a good spirit with my spiritual family definitely about using our tools. Some of you need to use your spiritual tools. And sometimes using your spiritual tool is your voice, is what the ancestors is saying. You know, pouring and putting that good word into someone that may not be doing as well, not feeling as good. You know, helping them to raise their vibration in some shape, form, or fashion. But not only that, utilizing your spiritual gifts. That's what the ancestors is saying with my God body card. Okay, with it coming out. Hold tight, family. Hold tight. One moment. Hold tight. One. Sorry, family. Okay, that was a spider, but I think that was good luck. Like when you see a spider that's near you, I think that is some type of good luck. I'm not sure, but anyway, I had to get rid of it because I don't play with spiders and insects and stuff. But anyways, I feel like that's the ancestors coming in saying that we going to have some type of good luck. Okay, but and I feel that that is true, and I receive that as a spiritual being as well because you have endured so much. This is also Pisces energy here. So I have Taurus, I have Pisces. I told you guys we were still in Pisces energy when it comes to Venus, when it comes to Saturn. We're still in Pisces. We're still in Taurus when it comes to Uranus, when it comes to Jupiter, when it comes to Mercury. So we haven't even touched Aries anything yet in the sky. Okay, so I just want you guys to know that. And we're still in that Mars Leo energy as well. Okay, for those that also the ancestors is saying, do your magic, work your magic during this time. It's a time of doing your rituals, working with your ancestors, pulling out your spiritual gifts and tools, because those that are gifted will be chose. Okay. And I know this because the ancestors is giving me my gifted card that is here. Okay, this is a card in reference of being spiritually gifted. You actually being able to work your magic. You being the actual alchemist, which all of us have that in us. Okay, although they may tell you you don't, but you do. Where you can take anything from negative to positive, where you can change and shift your path and move in the direction that's going to serve your highest good. That's what the ancestors is putting out here. Some of us, we're enduring a lot of things in reference of going through traumatic healing. So it feels very pressurized to you. It feels very unfamiliar. It may even feel very foreign to you. But the ancestors is saying this is something that's going to help you and allow you to be able to move forward. It may be a very hard time to stay positive, but you got to remember what you put out is what you get back. You must stay positive. You must have positive thoughts. And trust me, I understand, because it is very hard to have it in this climate that we're in. But that crescent waxing is definitely telling us that this is something that we must continue to push hard for. We must continue to have faith, okay, in the Most High, in the universe, in our ancestors, all right? Let me clarify and see what else the ancestors want us to know in reference of this crescent waxing energy. This is some good energy, okay? I'm feeling like this crescent waxing is definitely energy for the collective. Yes, look at that. I told y'all this energy is coming around. Yes. Thank you, ancestors. Look at these miracles. Okay, you could be seeing 999. A lot of us are getting ready to go into this energy of things that I keep hearing this energy of things that you may have never thought your wildest dreams of. Is definitely going to be like a miracle that is leading up to. Okay, it's alignment. Okay, the ancestors, and I got so many like messages in this message, right? And it's the ones that are truly tapping in, really doing ancestral work, really doing your spiritual work, really on your path and really ready to tap in. Things are getting ready to change for you. You must stay inspired. You must be that leader, right? Don't be the follower, be the leader. The ancestors is saying, and what you lead and what you put out is what you're going to attract. You also have to continue to vibrate high, because alignment is coming through, right? So the ancestors is saying with that alignment came out on that energy of faith and belief. It came out on the energy of focusing on positive thoughts. It came out on things that you've endured will definitely give you this that is lining things up. It will give you this push, the universal powerful push for you. Okay, and so it is. And so the ancestors is saying this is about universal energy. This is about you healing. You're going through phase of healing is what the ancestors is showing me. Yes, it may have been something that you've had to endure for a while. And I'm getting a lot of energy here. Like, people have been going through so much. It's like been so hard with everything that you've been going through. Sometimes you just feel like giving up. Sometimes you feel like, you're living conditions. How can it get any worse? You don't have the money for this, and that, and things still coming around. And the ancestors is saying, you got to remember there's always a way, right? And so it is. And so the ancestors is showing there's many things that are changing in people's lives. It's a lot of spiritual growth that's happening right now. That's why I had so many spiritual cards. And that crescent waxing is indefinite in reference of, the waxing energy right after a new moon, right? So it can bring it can bring your mind to be in a place where you feel like doubt, right? And you may not be as positive. You may have fear, right? But the ancestors say, have no fear, have faith over fear. So right now is a time for you to be going into meditation, going into prayer, okay? Being able to shift that energy, because I am seeing that right now on that Mars, it's the energy of phobos. It's like prayer. It's like you can be in prayer warrior mode right now, right? It's definitely energy around protection as well. So some of you need to definitely get your protection on, spiritually protection and physically, okay? um right now the ancestors is definitely telling us it's a good time for us to work with citrine, hematite, and the herbs that you may want to work with at this during this crescent waxing. Ancestors is showing me clove and burdock, okay? Right now, like I said, is a big time in reference of spiritual growth. On the other part of things, this is a time that is going to be chaos. I have to give you the duality. I am seeing a little chaos that's in here. People trying to use you for what they want. So be very careful of that. I also see confusion to the opposition. So, it could be some things that people are trying to make you confused about. You may have confusion. Where there's confusion, there's chaos. So remember that. Okay. And also, this is a good time to remove any stagnant energy. Okay. Maybe take your spiritual baths, um, cleanse your space, right? Declutter. These are the things that this crescent waxing is telling us or giving us the energy to do. But in reference of our money, I am seeing that the finances are definitely shifting for a lot of people. There's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of prosperity that's here in this spread. I'm definitely seeing, like I said, those that are in leadership positions, or you are advised to move into leadership over your life. That's taking your power back, okay? And especially with this energy of Taurus, right, that we're in the sun, and especially in reference of the moon. Some of you being very emotional right now around earthly things. That's what I'm seeing. And the answers want you to know it's all about your spiritual gifts right now and how you shift that energy, okay? Because I'm seeing it in the spread, and that's what came to me today. So this is definitely, I have to share that in reference of my testimony, and maybe it'll resonate with you. But definitely the ancestors is showing that we have to utilize our tools, our mind, our spirit, and our soul, right, and connect with source. All right, so this is the message. I hope it resonates with you. Much love to you, and I will see you guys soon. Hit the like button if this resonates with you, and let me know also down below if these moon phase readings resonate with you. All right, much love. Peace.